Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for another new vehicle video. This is with the Luftvärnsrobotvagn 701, which I was going to try and pronounce the numbers of 701 in Swedish, but I can't quite, I can't pick up what Google Translate is saying well enough to reproduce the sound, so we're just going to stick with 701. So, going back to the PVRBV 551, which was in this crew slot, and I'll explain why I did that later. It was an upgrade where Sweden took their obsolete IKV 103s and rebuilt them into the chassis for the PVRBV 551 and the LVRBV 701. And they're essentially the exact same vehicle, with the difference being one has the BGM-71 tow on the top, and the other has the RB.70 surface-to-air missile on it, which is the LVRBV 701. Handy, because then you can train your maintenance crews to work on, it's the same vehicle as far as the chassis and the engine and transmission and such are concerned. The weapon systems are different, but, you can have a driver switch back and forth between vehicles. You can have, a maintenance guy working on the engine on one and be able to work on the engine on the other without having to learn the new access panels. And anyways, it was a sensible idea, whatever. So anyway, this is a 9.3 surface-to-air missile. It is the first and so far only surface-to-air missile that Sweden gets. And it is 9.3, which brings up an interesting problem for me. I was actually going to just start making this video today, but I realized when I did a little bit of in-depth looking at the crew lineup, I'm at the point now in Sweden where I'm close enough to the end game of Sweden that I need to pay attention to what crew slots I'm putting my new vehicles in, so that they line up with what I want my end state of top tier lineup to be, and I don't end up with, oh, I should have put the STRV 121 here, but instead I put it here, etc., etc. So I went through this morning, and I lined up all the vehicles with the crew slots that I'm going to put them in when I get to them eventually, and I realized that I'm going to want my two surface-to-air vehicles right here. So we're going to have the LV-RBV 701 here, and then I'm going to have the the LVKV 9040C is going to go here where my Sergeant Bjork is, and those will be my top-tier anti-aircraft vehicle slots. And I realized when I looked at that otherwise my lineup jumps from 8.3 to 9.3 by going here, because I don't have the CV90105. So that means that if I just drive my lineup as is to try and get the opportunity to use the SAM in battles, I'm going to be needlessly setting myself up for maximum up tiers up to 10.3, whereas the rest of my lineup will be 8.3 at best. And that just didn't seem like a really good idea. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to do the intro for this video today, and then I'm going to take this back out of my lineup, replace it back with the PVRBV 551 for now, and then after I unlock the STRF 9056, I will play that and do a combined effort of making the video for the STRF 9056 and the LVRBV 701 at the same time, so that I've at least got a 9.7 vehicle, which of course, yes, that puts me in for 10.7s, but at least I'll have a 9.7 vehicle rather than an 8.3 STRV 103C. I'll be much more capable of dealing with threats that I encounter in the 9056 than I would be in the 103C in order to get to where I can use the LVRBV 701. So I hope all that makes sense. So needless to say, this is a video that's going to take a while to complete, because I have to unlock the 9056 first before I can start driving this. So those two will go somewhat together, and then we'll go from there. After the 9056 is done, I'll move on to the 9.7s and the 10.0s and so on. So there we go. So that's the whole reason why the 9.3 vehicle is there in this crew lineup, and why I'm not going to actually drive it with this lineup as you see here. So anyway, modifications. Standard modifications, as you can see, the missile is the RB.70 and then the RB.70 Mark II, the difference being firing range of 5 kilometers and firing range of 7 kilometers, and a slightly faster maximum speed as well on the upgraded missile. So that looks like the only differences. That is the only differences that I see. So it is a laser beam riding missile. You get a lock that looks like it's IR, except I don't think it is. There is no radar as far as I can tell, although that looks like what this should be. It's a relatively decent missile. I mean, you get pretty good kills with it from what I've seen people using it in battles that I've seen it. So anyway, there we go. The rest of the modifications and everything are standard. We're going to go parts and FPE and then work our way to the RB.70 Mark II as fast as I can after that. And let's take a look at the X-ray. So there you see 6 missiles on board. And it does get smoke off the front of it. Fuel tank and the regular 4 crew members as you would expect. So the crew members are good, be having 4 of them. You're likely to lose all of them, or at least 3 of them pretty quickly in this thing. It's not very well armored, and there's some pretty dangerous enemy vehicles. You'll see at 9.3 and 10.3, but presuming that you're sitting yourself back a little bit to play air defense, you should be able to take 1 hit and probably continue and survive and get away as long as you don't lose your driver or your engine. But anyway. Maximum speed of 23.6 miles per hour is not terribly fast, but it should work. Take a look at the camouflages available. So standard, then we get Desert Camouflage Late for 497 kills. Quadricolor Deforming, one of my favorites, 923 kills. That'll be a minute. Tricolor Winter Deforming, also one that I really enjoy the look of. That is 710 kills. Then Unicolor Winter for 200 Golden Eagles. So there you go. So that about covers this thing for the intro, and I'll see you guys when I eventually take this into battle. Alright, we've got reports of a helicopter somewhere at around 300. I don't see it yet, but I'll see if I can pick it up, lock it up, and fire away at it. Okay, found it. Can we get a lock, please? No? See if we can track him down. There we go. There's one. I don't think he was the only helicopter. Yeah. Alright, we got one decent kill, and that was pretty much it. You know, night battles. Awesome. Fun. Holy cow, this thing is just laboring to move. Yeah, I'm trying to get to where wherever this AH-64 is to stop it from continuously killing all my team, but I can barely move. By the time I get to where I can see him, he's going to be empty in RTB. Here we go. Lock him. Got one. Holy cow, we just survived that. I don't know how, but we survived that. Wait, I have smoke? Alright then. Cool. Parts complete, but we have smoke, so that's interesting. Oh, you know, I never even noticed that smoke's not an upgradable thing, so I guess it just added at the start. Decisions. Longer range SAM? Yeah. At only 7,300 RP? Yeah. Completely just winged that one. Guy sure looks like he's coming closer, not going away, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I'm assuming that the IR tracker was tracking my own missile fire, seems like. Yep. That's what was happening. There we go. Alright. Hey, nice. Alright, that's a pretty good chunk there. Very nice. Oh boy. I think I hit his tail and then it exploded? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened there. I think I was gonna get him. I think there's an F4 somewhere too. Yep, well. I believe I saw an F4. Yeah, sure did. In the air, but I don't see it. Got the new missiles. Reach out 2 kilometers farther. If I can just get this poor lumbering turret up this hill. Missile away. There's one. There's another one up there.
Attention to the map. The enemy's getting closer to victory.
All right. One. Yeah. Be gone. Be gone, tiny helicopter over there. There we go. There we go. So far, so good. Goodness, another one. My goodness. Lovely.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory.
Well, sadly, no one else wanted to come and play. But 4 kills, yeah. I don't think we really need to. I don't think we really need to go into much more depth. I don't think we need to go into much more depth or detail here in this video, so we'll call that good. Alright, well there you have it, everybody. The LV-RBV-701 with the RB.70 surface-to-air missile. I love the missile. I hate the vehicle that the missile is mounted on. I'm sure that it will get better with time and upgrades and modifications and mobility upgrades, but right now, as it is in its stock mobility form, it's a chore getting anywhere in the thing. Luckily, while the vehicle doesn't get anywhere very quickly, the missile certainly does. And the proximity fuse in the missile itself is very good and seems to work from a pretty good distance, so you can actually get pretty good kills on stuff. So I have enjoyed driving this thing. I am perfectly content with this being my top tier Swedish SAM for going forward, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Good luck to all of you with your LV-RBV-701s, and may it keep the skies clear for you. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves out there. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.